Good evening, fellow members
Good evening.
and distinguished guests. We are a bit late today to start the meeting because of some members are not arrived on time, and being the holidays are going on, members are showing very less. However, I think last 3 meetings we conducted with less members. We continue our journey even if less members, because we are Toastmasters. We will make it happen. So today's meeting, there are a few points I would like to tell you. One is the last Toastmaster International Convention in Chicago and electing the best world speaker, international world speaker. And we have seen recently there are 3 ladies who won first, second and third prizes. So showing that woman power in Toastmastering and public speaking.
We are lacking to that.
Yeah. So I think we can see that speech later. Another thing, we plan issue our first newsletter in the month of October end. For that, we need to elect an editorial team. Being a project manager and other assistants. So I recommend Senior Toastmaster John Thomas to head the editorial team, so that he has already experienced it.
He is IT background, is good for it.
Yeah. And along with our public relations officer, Vice President Shira Sagwani, and I will be there not for editorial purpose, but some other supports, and we can select 1 or 2 members from ourselves, those who are interested and efficient in their editorial reporting work. So anybody interested, they can join the team, and let us make this first newsletter, a big success in the month of October. Before that, I request all our members to given their writings, whatever they feel, they can write. There is no worry about grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes, sentence allocation. That we make it, our editorial team make it happen and make it a better way. Even you never expected such a. I have experience. I given some of the previous newsletters an article, which is totally changed when come out and got award. I never think about that. So that is the power of editorial. So we don't have to worry about that. Even the guest is interested, they can also participate, because today's guest, tomorrow's members. Another thing, I would like to appreciate one of our members, Toastmasters. He has initiated his interest to start a relief fund for the recent Kerala flood people, and a lot of people are evacuated. More than 1.5 million people are evacuated and shifted to relief camps. And Toastmaster Naufal, let us give a round of applause on behalf of, not for Toastmasters, his personal interest, but Toastmasters, our Mussafah Toastmasters Club participated and gave a lot of donations to him. Later he sent to the relief camps. So we are all here with our good mentality, supportive mentalities. So I appreciate all our members, those who are supported the relief camps and donations. So Toastmaster Naufal, a big salute for you, for your work, and keep it this forever. Another is, I don't know if to tell, our treasurer will tell that our impending renewal of membership. So we need to renew before the 30th of September. All members requested to give their membership fees to renew, because the renewal also giving 1 points to us, DCP points, one-time payments to the Toastmasters International. Now one more challenge we have in front of us, that adding 4 more members to the club before end of September. I hope our Toastmaster Ramaraj is on vacation, not in here. So each of us support and bring their friends, colleagues, or some other groups to add our memberships to get our club point. That is ultimately our every year the Toastmasters International conducting. So we will get 1 more ribbon here for achieving that. So let us hope and let us try our best to add 4 more members. Now, before concluding that, I would like to share some of the 9 traits of trustworthy people. If you turn over your papers, your agenda, you can see what is the 9 traits of trustworthy people. It's very important, because without trust, we cannot live together. So in this world, trust is very important, and among us, the trust is very important. So let us go for one by one. What are the traits the people have? The first one is they are authentic. The second one is they are consistent. The trustworthy people are consistent. I think those who consistent in our members also, we can trust more than other members. So all people must be present in all meetings to get more trust. Now, integrity. The trustworthy people keep integrity, and they are compassionate, and they are kind. Now we have seen the Toastmasters members, Naufal and others who are donated, so kind. So resourceful. The trustworthy people are resourceful, and others, they are connected. They link. They have a lot of links, and they are very humble. And finally, they are available for any time to everybody. So get trust and keep trust among us. And let us, I think we can hear the Toastmasters International just recently completed, who is the winner, and we can hear the speech together.
Ramona J. Smith, still standing, Ramona J. Smith.
With this note, I would like to open meeting number 186.
Most often, our most challenging opponent is ourselves. Round 1, college. I 2015, I competed for the first time in the international speech contest. I won at the club level. I won at the area level. I won at the division level. Then the district level was on the way. I was on the road. I was on fire. I was unstoppable. I lost. I was crushed. After going 3 rounds and taking hit after hit, I was ready to throw in the towel. I was down for the count. 6, 7, 8. When was the last time life knocked you down? Who was that lifeline that you reached out to help you stand back up? Was it your family? Your friends? Or did you hold on to your faith? Maybe you've never been knocked down, but you've seen one of your family members take a devastating blow. Were you the lifeline that they were reaching out to help them stand back up? Were you the coach in the corner saying, get up, stand up? As I gathered all the strength within myself to pick myself back up and stand, instead of looking into a mirror of defeat, it became a window of possibilities. I got back in the ring. I went back to college. I got my degree and I graduated magna cum laude. After failing 4 times, I was still standing. After my loss at the district level, I'm speaking to you from the World Championship stage. It's a moment. Thank you. Even after suffering loss, I'm still standing. As for my marriage, I'm still in training. I have not yet found Mr. Right, but this is an international convention. And there are thousands of men from hundreds of different countries. So single Toastmasters, even after my divorce, I'm still standing. My challenge to you is to stay in the ring, whether you're a fighter or a coach. If you're on the side of the ring coaching, or if you're in that ring doing those jabs and those hooks, when that final bell rings, ding, 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 the fighters and the coaches will raise their hands in victory singing, I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Very nice. Stay in that ring. And even after you take a few hits, use what you learned from those previous fights. And at the end of each round, you'll remain still standing. Mr. Context.
Ramona
So
So we hear international speech winner. So let me now hand over the podium to our today's captain, Toastmaster Bren Rai, who will lead you on the awards till the end. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster President, Area Director, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to meeting 186. Last week, we were almost on the verge of cancelling this meeting. I was talking with our president. There were not enough members. We felt that I think the meeting should be cancelled. Then somehow he said, no, I don't think we should cancel it. We should make it. We should organize this meeting. And I think out of sheer willpower, like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. We're here today. And I think that says a lot. I think that says a lot about our dedication and our willingness to meet and conduct this meeting. So, before we go forward, it's always a pleasure, I always say, to have a guest, fresh guests in our meeting, and they're always welcome. And as per our tradition, we would like to request them to please come on stage one by one. Please give a brief introduction of themselves. I would like to start from our guest here.
I'm coming from India, Tamil Nadu. I'm working in Abu Dhabi electric company. I was 8 years experience.
How do you know? How do you know?
How do you know about this?
My friend told me.
Just
not it.
Srinivas. Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much. I invite
So good evening, friends.
Good evening.
This is my second meeting. So last week I came here. So I tried to introduce my friends to learn from here. So I am basically from Tamil Nadu. So in past 8 years I was working here. So in ABB as an electrical engineer. Anything. So I don't want to waste the time. So just to
What do you be interested in?
You are coming to speak. So
So next time I'll try to improve myself one by one. Step by step.
I invite yes, please.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
My name is Malayalee, coming from Tamil Nadu. One of my friends, Prakash, only told like this. I'm not prepared anything. He just say, "You will not take any development. You come and see." It's like a please. Go just saying coming here. I'm testing and commissioning here, basically in the electrical field. In Galway, 2 years. In India, 5 years. That's it. Thank
You
you.
are electrical? You are all electrical?
Same marks.
you can electrify the club.
You may have so many Devano.
Hi, good evening to all.
Good evening.
My name is Arvind. I am from Tamil Nadu, India. I am working here past 3 years. My friend, he told me, because of him I am here. And I am working as an engineer, mechanical engineer, here at the Mussafah firefighting company. And nothing to say. I will watch and
Okay. Thank you.
Now, before I introduce the role players, I would like to talk about the theme of the meeting today and the word of the meeting. The word is Pusan, which means Pusan, right?
Yeah, Pusan.
Pusan, which means powerful, potent. So I think I'd be right to say that today's speakers are Christian. We have Christian speakers today. The theme of the meeting is servant leadership. This, of course, must have sent confusing signals to everybody. What does servant leadership mean? How can a servant be a leader? Or how can a leader be a servant? But I think some of you may have already heard about this. We have even been practicing this form of management. So I just wanted to, because this fascinates me, and that's the reason I wanted to talk a little bit about servant leadership. So I just want to go through a couple of slides, okay, and before then I'll continue. So, art of servant leadership. Is this a new concept or is it an old concept? Well, it is not a new concept. When you talk about servant leadership, like I said before, I think it sends a very confusing signal. It is quite contradictory, right? How can a servant be a leader? How a leader can be a servant? Because we have that concept where we all feel that boss is the king. A leader is the one who dictates, gives orders, and the rest just follow. And I think this has changed over a period of time. Because you all must have realized now that even your children are not going to listen to you if you act bossy. You have to somehow convince them to buy your ideas. You cannot just order them. If you order them, you will just nod their head in front of you, but as soon as they're out of sight, they'll go and do their own thing. So it's a question of buying in, how they will buy your idea. So this is what basically the concept of servant leader is. This thing, because the times have changed now, so even in management now, a boss, a leader cannot just dictate. He has to somehow manage the team to go along with him. So how can he manage to make the team go along with him? This is a new kind of hierarchy. It's not like boss on top and employees on the bottom. It's the other way around. It's topsy-turvy now. It's the boss on the bottom and the employees on top. That's the mentality one should have if they want to follow this form of leadership. So how does it work? Servant leaders, what they do, they make the employees feel sense of belonging, give them a sense of purpose. They make the employees feel important. They will try to see each and every employee's strength and try to work on that strength. It's not that I am powerful, I give you orders and you have to work according to that. It does not work that way. It has shown that results do not come like that. Pretty soon, the employees will get fed up and they will leave the company. So, the basic concept is to empower the employees and then to build trust and then train them by using their strength. But to do that, the boss must have an unselfish mindset. He should not be selfish. He should not only be looking at his progress. He should be looking at the progress of the team, by which by extension means progress of the organization. Unless the team progresses, the organization will not. Otherwise, the boss will be alone ahead, whereas the employees will all be left behind. They will not be following him. So, unselfish mindset is required, and it's all less about you, about me, more about the employees. This is the main philosophy of servant leadership. And then you've got to practice what you preach. It's not that you just say something and you don't follow. So this is the basic principle of servant leadership. This is a new concept. It has been found that it is not new. It used to be practiced both in the Eastern and Western cultures. In the 5th century BC, philosopher Lygio, he used to practice this. Where whenever the team achieved anything, whenever they achieved a goal, the team would be saying, we did it. It's not that the boss takes all the credit. This was practiced way back in China in 5th BC. In modern times, normal expectation is what? What the boss looks at the employees is what results can they bring in. That was the concept which we had, but that has changed now. And after following this servant leadership principle, there have been many industries which have proven to be very, very successful. One of the examples is Southwest Airlines. The founder, her name is Kelly. She followed this practice, and for 35 years, this airline was always profitable. In spite of all the turbulence the airline industry faced during that period, this always was profitable for 35 years because she followed this principle by making the employees the boss. Similarly, CEO Bato of Datron, he followed this principle and business grew from 10 million to 100 million within 5 years by following this principle. I will go into more later on. I think we will go on to the next main agenda right now. So I will introduce the important role players of the meeting today, and I would like to request them to kindly come on stage and give a quick description about their role. While I announce today, I'll also give the background of the role players. For Taiba, we have Toastmaster Shivakumar, Toastmaster Shivakumar, he is a software engineer. He's working in Inzaza Data Systems as Oracle's apps senior consultant.
Shall I introduce him here?
Yes,
So it's better. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My role is a timer today. As a timer, I will be monitoring the time during prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. At the end of the meeting, I will be presenting a report of time taken by all participants. This will give you whether they have delivered the speech in a right time, allotted time or not. And I will be saying even whether the participant is qualified for voting or not. And I will be using these green, amber, and red at the right times, which I will explain later. Thank you.
For the role of our counter, we have Sergeant in Arms Toastmaster Sanawaj, who kindly volunteered to do our counter roles. Toastmaster Sanawaj is a computer engineer from Kochi, Kerala, India. Currently has a small IT company in Abu Dhabi. He has one wife and one son.
Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests.
Good evening.
My role as an accounter is to note any word or sound used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as, and, well, but, so, you know, like this. And sounds may be I will also note when a speaker repeats a word, phrase such as this means like this. And after the end of the meeting, I will provide a report of the same. Thank you very much.
So you have to be very careful because you don't realize the R's and nouns we say. And when he gives the report in the end, you're quite surprised yourself. You'll say R 10 times, 5 times. So you have to be very careful. And Toastmaster Sanawaj is very particular. So, and because everyone will be very careful about this. This report can be fusioned. Next role player again is Toastmaster Shivakumar, who is now World Master in Grammarian. I would like to request you to kindly.
Yeah.
Okay, it's better.
Yeah.
Good evening, all Toastmasters. Good evening, Toastmaster of the evening. My role as grammarian, I'll be commenting on the language usage during the course of the meeting. Throughout the meeting, I'll be listening to everyone's word usage, writing down any awkward use or misuse of the language, incomplete sentences, sentences that change direction in midstream, incorrect grammar, malapropisms. Okay, with a note of who heard it. Okay, I'll be also writing down who used word of the day, which I'll be introducing now throughout the meeting. So word is already introduced. Let me introduce again. Puissant. Puissant is the word of the day, which means mighty, potent, able, tenacious, and stark. It is a very simple word and has a very simple meaning, which can be used in our daily life in various contexts, which actually says a particular person or a situation or anything which is so powerful. Okay, so puissant can be used in many ways. Puissant is a adjective. It can be used as a noun also. Okay, antonyms are given: feeble, weak, impotent. These are the antonyms for it. And origin or the etymology of this particular word is, it is basically taken from French language, which the word is puissant. From puissant itself it was taken. Initially it was posio, which means to be able to do something. Okay. That was the whole story about puissant. Couple of examples were given. Let me take one example. Though Achilles, you know Achilles, I think, is a great warrior from Troy. In Troy war, yeah, Greek, yeah, he's from Greek. So though he is a big warrior and mighty and puissant warrior, he was killed by a small arrow on his heel, because of which we say Achilles heel. Achilles heel is actually a weakness. You represent weakness of a person by saying Achilles heel. This is one example, and a couple of examples are given, and this is a simple word. I hope everyone uses it today. Thank you so much.
Very nicely explained, and I think now it's pretty clear. I think we all can use it in our speech. Our next role player is none other than Toastmaster Siraj Bhwani for table topics. Toastmaster Siraj is from India in UAE. He has been for the last 10 years. He works in oil and gas. He likes to travel and he likes to keep fit. He looks fit. So I would like to request him kindly.
Mr. Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. My name is Shiraz Advani and I will be your table topic master of the evening. Now, as most of us know, this is the fun portion of the evening. But apart from the fun, it also gives us an opportunity to hone our impromptu speaking skills, which are really useful in day-to-day life. There's one more advantage, is that it also gives us an opportunity to let those speakers come onto the stage who don't have defined roles in the agenda. And we'll definitely be watching out for the guests to make the most of this session. I look forward to this session with all my heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have a very interesting session. Thought of the day. Thought of the day will be given by Toastmaster Norton. Before that, sorry.
Thought is before that.
Yeah, before that. Yeah. After that, general value. I don't know. That's the way it's set here.
Yeah.
So, thought of the day.
Have you thought of it? Toastmaster Lawful, who is we just now spoke about him, about his tremendous contribution. He's from Kerala, working as an accountant for 10 years in the UAE. Has completed double diploma in financial accounting. He's pursuing graduation. He's still running. He's married. He's interested in social activities. Obviously, we all can see that what he's done, and fitness, and wants to be a motivational speaker. I don't think you're very far away from that. Really, kindly.
Toastmaster of the evening, fellow members and guests, may warm good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to give a thanks to everyone who has supported me for a part of the relief. Some members have given me that it's a great and as far as I'm concerned, I done my maximum to that relief camp. So thank you very much those members who support me for that. Thank you very much. And today's my session is the thought of the day. Let me share about that. The thought of the day, let me share you two people, those who were living in a village and they were worked as a woodcutters under a timber merchant. The story is in decades ago. The story is running decades ago. So the people, how they are working is the nature of the work is they are daily wage. The scenario of the work is daily wage people. That who is cutting more tree, they will get more wage. This was the scenario of the work. So the people both are doing as much as they can and they are giving more energy and they are getting the result. So it means it means that two people are doing the same energy and the same way and same work. So that cutting, daily they are cutting 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, that was the ratio. It was going on smoothly and finally that one of the person is increasing his result and another one is decreasing. So it's another person is get nervous and he's became very negative impression because he is not getting good result. And finally he decided to ask to another one, what is the difference between me and you? What makes you different? And why you get only that result? So that guy simply replied, it's nothing. That's what I am doing. When I finish my work, I just take my axe every day and sharpen that. That means the dull blade and the rest, whatever in that axe, every day he was cleaning that and making perfect that. So it means when the next day he is coming, he can easily cut and the trees are cut down. So instead of that, another one is what he is doing after his work, he is taking the axe and keep it his home only. The next day, without sharpen, he is come and cutting. So the energy only using there is no result. So dears, here what I am trying to say, we all people are, energy is losing. We are making energy, but we need to update ourselves. Like a sharpen our axe. Thank you.
I think that was a Puissant's message.
Yeah.
Puissant's member. Next we come to our most important role player, very Puissant's role player, General Evaluator. Today General Evaluator will be our area director Rajesh Palikare. Palikare is working as project quality manager for NPCC. He's married with one son.
Married with, not with son, with my wife.
Married with one son. Yes, does not have any hobbies except sleeping. That's what he says.
Toastmasters, fellow members, and welcome guests. Good evening. As a general evaluator, I am watching not only Toastmasters, the whole event from the start to beginning. And at the end of the meeting, I will give it, what is the result? I will not give the result report, short report. How we can improve the meeting. And it is not any fault finding exercise, only thing where we can improve this meeting, that report I will give. And in my evaluation, I will evaluate all the role players except the project speakers. The project speakers will be evaluated by the speech evaluators. So,
Thank you. Now, before we go to the most interesting part of the agenda, I think to make this meeting lively, I would like to know if anybody is interested in telling us a joke. Must be fresh after the holidays, full of jokes.
Vacation was a joke. Vacation was a joke for the people who are staying here.
So no jokes today. Okay. So then we'll move on to the speech. my presentation about art of servant leadership. So, how does it work? This is what I've tried also in my organization. Firstly, you should have an open discussion with the staff. Everyone should feel free to voice their opinion. There should be no restriction. No one should feel constrained, like if I say something, maybe the boss may not be happy. The boss should give that kind of freedom so that everybody feels that he can contribute something without any repercussions from the boss. Because I think all of us realize sometimes we feel that we may make the boss unhappy by saying something. We may not like. I think that fear should be removed to get a free kind of interaction. Secondly, you have to solicit their opinion. Get their opinions, whether it's good or bad. And many times you find that there will be a lot of things they will be contributing, which you may not have realized, may not have seen. Servant leaders serve their staff, not the other way around. This is very difficult for some people. Because ultimately what happens is serves and benefits the organization at large by doing that, which you should always keep in mind. And the most important thing is he leverages employee strength. You know, everyone has a strength and weaknesses. So what we do, we work on the strengths of the individual, which will contribute to the overall growth of the organization. And we should focus on what they, because everybody has, you know, has their own likes and dislikes. Some are good in something, some are not good in something. I can give you an example of my own uncle. He always wanted to be an engineer. But my grandfather pushed him to be a manager of a tea garden. He was never happy in his life, never. That's a very big example for me. He enjoyed tinkering with a lot of things and he was very good at it. He would repair everything, watch, radio, anything. He was very good at it, and that's what he wanted to do. Because that was his inherent quality, talent. But then, you know, those days, you had to follow what your father has to say. And your father wanted to make him a manager, so he became a manager, but he was, throughout his life, he always carried this grudge, and he used to tell me. So, this is what we mean by focusing on what they enjoy doing. Some may not be an engineer, some may be very good in finances, you know. And so you should allow him to groom him to be that. That's how you get the best return. And that's what will bring results. So what are the challenges? The biggest challenge is for a leader is to give away power. We are all power freaks, you know. We don't want to relinquish our power because we feel that we lose control. But leaders, they feel that power is what gives them the leadership. I don't think that's correct. And I think many of us don't agree. And some of them feel that, you know, the leaders feel that they're responsible for everything they do. Everything that happens in the organization, they feel they are responsible. This is not true also. They must, you know, get rid of all this kind of feeling. They must let the employees take charge. Let them have a sense of feel of ownership. Let them feel that they're contributing to the organization. Let them build their confidence. You as a leader should be an enabler, not an individual performer. Otherwise you'll be standing alone like a hero and not achieving results. So this is one of my personal experiences. When I was working in Nepal, I was general manager of a security company. But in Nepal, there were only Nepalis. I knew the culture, the religion, the background, the language, I knew everything. So it was quite easy for me to manage them. When I came to the UAE, it was a big shock for me because I had to manage so many different nationalities, which I had never done before. Some from India, some from Pakistan, some from Egypt, from Somalia, Mauritania, some countries I had never heard before. Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Ethiopia, Sudan, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Nepal, Emirati, Morocco. Diverse from all over the world I had to manage. And if I had acted like a leader, a typical, you know, a dictator kind of person, I would never have been able to survive. That's when I learned that I have to be like a servant leader. Work with each individual. Today I can proudly say that I have Nigerian as an operation manager, Cameroonian as an operation manager, Egyptian as an operation manager, Pakistani as an operation manager, all different nationalities. How did I manage that? Not by being a dictator, but by being a servant leader. So this is from what I have gained, the experience I have learned myself personally. That's why I felt that servant leadership is the way forward. Okay, now we come to the speech. We have two speakers today. First speech is by Toastmaster Ashraf. He is giving his Project 2 pathway. He will be evaluated by Toastmaster John Thomas. Before I request Toastmaster John Thomas to give the objective of the speech, I would like to talk a little bit of Toastmaster Ashraf. Toastmaster Ashraf is from Palakkad, Kerala, India. He is married, father of 2 children. He has been in the UAE since 1998, long time. He's worked in Dubai, Bahrain, Abu Dhabi. Now he's working in sales, project and construction related subcontracting firm, right? So he's going to be evaluated by Toastmaster John Thomas, who is a veteran Toastmaster, working as a lead engineer in NPCC. Been a Toastmaster since 2012. A lot of engineers we have in this. Okay. So I request Toastmaster John to kindly give the objective of the speech.
Toastmaster of the evening, fellow members, honorable guests, warm good evening. Toastmaster Ashraf is going to present the second speech from Pathways, and he has picked up a very common topic. His topic is common salt. So the purpose of or the objectives of the speech are: the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the next speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his first speech. Common Salt by Toastmaster Ashraf.
Oh, sorry. Just missed it. Before we move on, the timer will kindly give the room for the
Good evening, everyone again. This is a prepared speech which carries 5 to 7 minutes of time. By 5 minutes, I'll be switching on green light. By 6 minutes, I'll be switching on amber. And by 7, it is red, and it will continue until you end the speech. So by 5 minutes, if you complete 5 minutes, you are qualified for voting. If you cross 7.5 minutes, you will be disqualified. Even if it is less than 5 minutes also, you will be disqualified for it. Thank you so much, and all the best.
30th of every month, we are excited about salad. Cold dish of raw vegetables and green leaves that take along with our food. Salad. How many of you know these two words, salary and salad, have a common origin in 2 ways? Toastmasters evening. We are Toastmasters. Discuss. Good evening. I'm going to talk about salt, the common salt that white granules in a small water on our dining table. it is, we consider it only a pinch in our daily life. Even though a pinch is highly significant in our daily life. Not only in daily life, throughout the noted history of human civilization, salt has played a puissant role all over the world. You know, biologically, salt, sodium and chloride ions are required for vital functions of food. It gives taste to our food and it is a good preservative. Economically, salt has played a crucial role in history. The word salary, it was derived from its forerunner, salarium argentum. That was a special salt ration given to ancient Roman soldiers. The word salad also was used by Romans for their salted vegetables and things. Salad means salted. The expression "not worth salt" stems from the practice of trading salt for slaves. Salt had been a great medium of value exchange. Plates of salt called emeralds were used as currency in Africa. Moorish merchants used ounce for ounce with the gold. Coming to the Middle East, this Egypt and all started trading with salt in 2800 BC. There was a great city in Jordan. Its name Asphalt, means the salt was prominent in trading salt. Caravans consisting as many camels of as many as 40,000 camels traveled through deserts to Central Africa, carrying salt, sometimes trading for slaves. Timbuktu was a huge market of slaves and salt in Central Africa. In China, they started trading with salt in 1800 BC. Again, during the 1st century AD, at the time of Tang Dynasty, half of China's revenue was from salt tax. Salt played there also a big role, and even to an extent in the literature. Coming to Europe, there existed a practice called salting the land, salting the earth. That is the ritual of spreading salt over the land of a conquered city to symbolize a curse on it. Like that in Spanish Empire also, they poured salt over a land of a, or the land of a convicted traitor was after he was executed and his house demolished. So, coming to trade, Rome and other Italian cities were built near the salt works at the mouth of Tiber River. When they moved these salt works further, they constructed a great road in history called Via Salaria, or Salt Road. Many cities in Europe have their name. In the name itself, salt, prominent for salt trading and historically, like Salzburg in Austria, Solizata in Bulgaria, Tuzla in Bosnia. To many other cities like Venice, Geneva, Liverpool, all these grew through salt trade, and Poland became a vast kingdom through salt trading in 16th century. In France, there was a notorious salt tax existed since 13th century called gabelle, and this became a major contributor towards French Revolution in 16th century. The French crown increased this tax from 14 times the cost of production to 114 times the cost of production in a span of 80 years. And starting from 1630 to 1710. So the French Revolutionists stopped it, and later it was reinstated by Napoleon, and it was completely stopped by 1945. Nazi Germany, France was liberated from Nazi Germany. Again in America also, most of the states grew through, like New York and all other states, they grew through salt trading. During American Revolution, a major strategy of Britain was to block rebels from accessing salt facilities. And in India also, we remember, there was salt satyagraha, defense of salt laws of Britain. So, in conclusion, even though salt is not a great commodity in the current markets, it has played a very, through millennia it has played a crucial role, and it is a great, it's an essential commodity also in even today. In that way, salt is the only replacement for salt. Over to you.
Houston's message from Houston's speaker. The next speaker is advanced speech by Toastmaster Vivek Ayapan. Toastmaster Vivek, who's working as procurement officer at Union Iron and Steel Company Mussafah, Abu Dhabi, for the last 11 years. And he's been the Toastmaster for the last 4 years, so he's a veteran too. He's being evaluated by Toastmaster Razis Palikare. I would request Toastmaster Razis Palikare to please give the audience the speech.
Toastmaster Vivek is giving you advanced speech from the manual speaking to inform. And today's project is project number 4, the fact-finding report. The objective of this project is prepare a report on a situation, event or a problem of interest to the audience. Deliver sufficient factual information in your report so that so the audience can make the valid conclusion or a sound decision. Answer questions from audience. So audience are prepared to questions. The question and answer session is 2 to 3 minutes. The timer has to take time. And the speech timing is as usual 5 to 7 minutes. So you have to add 2 to 3 minutes for the question and answer session.
After the speech, right? It is after the speech.
After the speech.
So 7.5 plus 2 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes for normal speech timing. After that, 2 to 3 minutes for the question and answer. So
This is CC?
it is advanced speech.